Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Garage Gym Experiment podcast. We have a great episode for you tonight. If you're tuning in, listening, you're not here to talk about UFOs or train crashes. You're here to talk about gym equipment, and that's what we're going to do. So on tonight's episode, we're going to talk about our booth at the Arnold. That's right. Jake and I are going to the Arnold again, but this time with a booth. We have some new products that hit the market. We're going to talk about those, get into our survey results, and then Jake has a product idea. So let's start with that Arnold booth, which is going to be awesome.
Yes, we will have a 10 by 10 booth at the Arnold. The primary goal will be to promote Home Gym Con. We'll have a little bit of merch, but in general, we want to give a little bit of a preview of what you'll see at Home Gym Con with the sweetest 10 by 10 setup you can find. So we've gotten a little bit of help from a lot of these companies that we'll name, but right now our current setup is a surplus strength 4-post arc rack. We went with red uprights and white cross members, a Bulletproof Fitness isolator. Yep, the attachment that's currently going viral right now. The Kaizen adapters with Rogue jammer arms so that you can get a chance to feel what the swivel feels like. Universal pulley system to go with the surplus strength rack. The Atlas attachment is the only attachment I have right now that I've kind of decided upon, but you know, we love that attachment. And then lastly, the ultimate dip attachment from Mutant Metals. So that all of that should go on the surplus strength rack, and it will be loaded. We'll also have a Phoenix rack from Bridgebuilt on the other side with Bridgebuilt barbell stable in the middle with, I think, about 8 to 10 bars. I just put it up on our story. What bars should we bring? So we still need to decide that. We'll have some Surface Co. flooring, and then we also need to decide which benches we're going to bring, and also some plates. So nevertheless, pretty sweet setup.
All right, we're going to jump into those new products. This first one, I don't know if you want to call it controversial or not. It got quite a bit of attention. It's the Rogue Monster Velocidor. It is a dip attachment. It's the updated dip attachment to the Matador that Rogue came out with. Next evolution of the popular Monster Matador dip handle attachment, quotes by Rogue. However, it's much closer to the design of the ultimate dip handle from Mutant Metals, which is where that controversy comes into. It includes 3 handle spacings and options for 4 handle angle options. So the one thing that sets it apart from the Mutant Metals is you can angle those dip handles down, neutral, or up. They have smooth and knurled handle options, and also folds up. Jake's going to take us through the community's reaction.
Yeah, real quick, what do you think about the handle options or like the angles? That kind of seems...
I like the downward angled ones. So like when I do dips personally, I like to do a chest dip is what a lot of people call it. So like a heavy lean forward. So that down angle would really assist with that. That up one, I could see if you're more of a straight up and down, like doing it for triceps. But without actually touching it, I wouldn't know.
Right. But you see some potential with that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. Well, like Adam said, there was quite a bit I would say it was a controversial product, basically because it was so similar to Mutant Metals. And we did an Instagram post, and there was quite a bit of feedback on the new product from Rogue, and just about all of it was negative, and it was attacking Rogue. So I have a number of quotes from that post. I'll read some or all of them right now, and we can chat about them, Adam. You can go check out the Instagram post for people-specific usernames, but I blurred them out here. But yeah, I'll read a few. So number 1, my biggest issue is that Rogue went after the little guy because they knew they could. They wouldn't have copied this from another big company with an equal payroll in their legal department. So I think that's kind of where the heart of this is I think Mutant Metals is a company that a lot of people just have a lot of respect for, and They are known as a small company, and that is why that's one of the reasons why there was so much negative feedback. I don't like this. I would expect this from a no-name fly-by-night overseas manufacturer, but not by Rogue. So another thing, like Rogue has seemingly done a lot of this sort of collaboration in the past, but for some reason they didn't do it this time. Next, I feel for him as someone new to this space. I've spent a lot on patents in the US and China and other places for some pieces, and it does make a big difference to protect your designs and utility, but then you also need money to enforce it. It's sad because if you don't have money, this happens. Makes me so sad. So another good point, and it's something like Chris from Mutant Metals does not have a patent on it. Number one, the upfront costs are really high. And then number two, he's made it clear that he didn't think, even if he had a patent on it, that it would stop the other companies from going after his products, because it would be so expensive for him to fight back. So that's why he doesn't have one in the first place. Next, business is business, and that's the problem. Profits trump everything, including common decency. I've seen folks say they agree this was a shit move on Rogue's part, but that they'd still buy from them because it's cheaper and faster. I encourage folks to do exactly what they want, but I'd rather not take a dime from anyone who thinks this is okay. Some of us do this as a passion and barely pays the bills, and we're fine with that. That was from another small business owner. There's another one basically saying that the only way to stop this is for people to not support companies doing this, so don't buy the products. There's also people who say, I feel him, but don't want to wait 3 months to get one since I don't have one yet. So that goes back to, well, we didn't explain it here, but Mutant Metals does have, like, if you're going to order something like the dip attachment, it's going to take you like 3 months to get. So probably something Rogue saw and just kind of pounced on. Let's see. We had a reviewer say, personally, I find it hard not to see the similarities. This is not an item I'll be reviewing or promoting without something happening on Rogue's end. Another one, last one I'll read is, pretty shitty when people in Rogue raise hell when Titan copies a Rogue product and then Rogue rips off another company. So, we've seen Titan or Rogue sue Titan. We've seen people from Rogue comment on posts saying Titan copied that or nice design Titan. So a lot of people just thought it was hypocritical of Rogue to do the same thing. And then lastly, I will just mention Little Birdie did tell me that Rogue did reach out to Chris about an hour before we started recording this. So who knows? Something may get worked out, and that'd be great. But I do think it'd be awesome. I do think like this will probably blow over if they do work something out. I think there was, regardless, some damage was done. So there's like hundreds and hundreds of comments on Facebook, on this Instagram post, everywhere. So some damage was definitely done, but who knows? Yeah. Everything could work out in the end.
Well, I think the entire community would have loved to see like a collaboration, like you've said Rogue has done in the past. That would have been a win for everyone. If you wanted to play devil's advocate, you could say there's no patent, so it really is open season on that design. But yeah, a collab would have made everyone happy. And Rogue could have sold a lot of units still. But this is what happened, and this is how people feel, right?
That's how they feel. And then I will be interviewing Chris next week, hopefully, to chat about it. So that
hopefully we get some insight on that reach out then, huh?
Right. It was not Chris who told me that. So
yeah, no. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Is that the same birdie we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, another new product from Rogue, man, this thing looks sick. It's the Manta Ray adjustable bench. Just came out. It is a ladder-styled bench, 5 seat settings. So it goes from like a -20 all the way up to 30-degree settings on the seat, 10 back settings. Okay. It has a 12-inch pad versus the 11-inch pad that was on the Rogue Adjustable 3.0. This bench weighs 140 pounds. It's made in the USA. It's got the foot catch for decline movements, like you can see like in the GitRx and some other ones. All that being said, in the glory of this picture and everything, it comes with a price tag, guys, and that price tag is nearly $1,200. So it's expensive, but it looks amazing.
Looks amazing. Probably something most don't consider, but
no,
it's. I mean, Rogue's definitely pumping out more products this year.
It's nice to see more benches from them too.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where a lot of people said they fell short. Benches.
Yeah, for sure. But like, it's still tough with a nice rep rack is going to be like a third of that cost.
A bench, yeah, for sure.
So. But let's move on. The Force USA G3 got an update. So the G3 is the most budget-friendly option in the Force USA G Series line. So this one now includes west side spacing, improved linear bearings on the Smith machine, a new multi-grip pull-up chin-up bar with a suspension trainer hook for things like the TRX bands, has an upgrade kit with a lat pull-down seat, low row foot plate, lat pull-down bar, and a closed grip triangle. You can also add jammer arms, leg developers, dip handles, and leg press. And then there's just a few other attachments that you can add as well. Nevertheless, this is it looks like some pretty good upgrades, and it is priced at $19. I should also just mention it's plate loaded, but it's priced at $19.95. So honestly, if you are considering a standalone functional trainer, or even just like a Smith machine, this is, to me, a very good option. To me, it also serves that purpose as the purpose of a secondary rack. If you want more of a one simple rack and one more for attachments, that this would do the job for that. So, some good updates from Force USA there. Hopefully.
All right, and then we have another product. This one comes from a collab, right? No. Yeah,
collab.
It is, isn't it? Sorry. Restart.
Yeah.
All right, and we have another product. This one is a collab with Jim Pin and Kaizen DIY. We know that guy. He's nice. He's a good guy. This is the belt squat collar. I think this is very similar to a product I pitched to you, Jake. Something that you could put your cable attachments on and use as a landmine. Cool to see something like this. Very affordable. Landmine belt squats are easier with more holes to clip your belt to. So if you're looking at the picture, it's got holes all the way from the front to the back, so you can clip in for belt squats. It'll give you more space between your body and the plates. It gets you back further away from those plates, so you're not bumping into them with your body. And you just simply slide it over the sleeve of your barbell for landmine movements. Did you say, Jake and I were talking about this before we got started, so I'm just going to reference that real quick. Jake, $40, is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it was $37.99.
Super affordable, yeah.
Not including shipping.
Awesome.
So
cool. I love products that you can put to use right away and that are under that $60 mark. It's when you look at it and say, I could use that, it's kind of a no-brainer at that price point. So very cool.
Much easier to pull the trigger.
For sure.
All right, let's move on to those survey results. So number one, we posted we posted a reel on some of the we posted a reel on the isolator, and it got quite a bit of feedback. And then we asked a follow-up question in the story, just asking like, what do you think the future holds for this company? So the options were, number one, who is Bulletproof Fitness? So you don't know. Do you know, or these people don't even know. Number two, it's a fad. Number 3, will create a few good products. And then lastly, a future force in the home gym industry. So number 1, 35% still don't know who Bulletproof Fitness is. But if you take those 35% out, only 16% said they are a fad and they'll fill out. 37% said they'll create a few good products. And then about 12% said they are a future force in the home gym industry. Adam, I did see what you voted for.
Oh, you did.
Did.
Yeah, he's going to create a few good products. And by a few, I mean he's going to have some very popular products. If you follow Larry, he comes up with some not only like very unique and versatile pieces of equipment, but like while they're versatile and can do a lot of things, they are really nice. And they do those many things very well. He's very good with the way he takes his imagination and makes something like a single unit that can accomplish many in a really, really nice way. We talked about, it must have been about 2 or 3 months ago, he had a really nice, do you remember what it was? It was like a GHD, and it was also a T-bar row, and it was also, I mean, it was amazing. And it was, I mean, it looked really nice. The isolator. Yeah.
No, it's not the isolator.
No, this one right here.
This is the isolator. Yeah.
Yeah. So the isolator, when you look at people who have it, FlexSmart Spot kind of pops up in my head, and you see him putting it to use. It's a beautiful piece of equipment, and it looks like it does the job really well. I'm really excited to play with it at the Arnold booth. It looks awesome. So I think he's going to create some good products. He's opening up gyms all over California, so I don't really think he's going to be a future in the home gym industry, like a big company.
So
you think he's going to like take a turn and focus on gym equipment?
Well, let me tell you the way after I thought about this, after I saw the results, I was thinking you can honestly be a force with a couple of really good products. So if you can be we separated a few good products and a force, but if you make a couple of really good products that everybody adapts, that's dominant. So I think they're a future force. I think he's gonna I don't think I've ever seen anybody come onto the scene like he just has. Out of
I guess when I was thinking a force, I was thinking like companies like Rep or Rogue or like they're this big company that creates home gym equipment. What I think he's going to do is like what you said, like he's going to create awesome pieces that a lot of people are going to bring into their space.
Yeah.
But this thing looks sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, in this next set of survey questions, we just gave the which one question, and it was 2 items, and you just picked which one that you prefer. So I'm just going to run down the list. This goes from like the biggest blowout, winners and losers, all the way down to like the closest one. So the biggest blowout, dumbbells over kettlebells, and it was 87% people picking dumbbells. Rep over Titan, that's the second biggest blowout. 84% of the people picking Rep. Stall mats over the deadlift platform is the third biggest blowout. 78% said stall mats. Power rack over half rack. Garage gym over basement gym. Yeah, right. Just kidding. 72% of the people said garage gym. Powerlifting over bodybuilding. Now we're down to 63% picking powerlifting. It's getting a little closer. A Rogue rack over a Rep rack. That was at 64%. People saying Rogue rack. That one surprised you, Jake?
It did. I'll talk about it next slide. Yeah.
All right, cool. Any one pair of adjustable dumbbells beat out 3 pairs of a traditional hex dumbbells at 63%, saying they want that one pair of adjustables. The power bar beat out the multi-purpose bar at 58%. And then the closest one that we had in our which one was the Echo Bike beating out the Concept 2 rower at almost 53% of the people saying Echo Bike.
That one is always so close.
What'd you pick? Oh, never mind. I know what you picked. Take it back.
Well, I feel like I'm
Echo Bike.
I know. I feel like I go back and forth. It just depends on when the question's asked. I feel like I'm in the Concept 2 rower.
Yeah.
phase right now. So
Nice.
yeah. All right. So we have done that which one survey for the last 3 years. In general, most of them have kind of stayed relatively close, but here are a few of the notable changes we've seen since 2021. So the largest change that we've seen is the adjustable dumbbells versus hex dumbbells. So any pair of adjustable dumbbells versus 3 pairs of hex. 3 pairs of hex actually won back in 2021, but they lost by a decent amount this time, with adjustable dumbbells up 28% from 2021. 28% more votes, I should say. I think that's largely due to just better options. You know, we've had
Great options.
We've had new bells coming out. There's just
Pepins, the new Iron Masters.
Iron Masters. Yeah, the MX Select. I would like. There are like 5 types of adjustable dumbbells that I would rather have now than like 3 hex.
Same.
So yeah, it's just changed, and I think just like more people realize the value of space saving as well. So the rep versus Titan. So rep continues to, the gap is like, would you say it was 84%, 85%? It's up 12% from 2021. So that gap continues to widen, and I don't see it. I see it continuing to rise as of right now. And then the last one that surprised me was that just from last year, the Rogue Rack votes were up 13% from the Rep Rack votes in 2022, which is different than any of the other trends that we've seen in terms of the Rogue versus Rep. I actually want to ask this question next week as well, after all of this fallout with Rogue, to see if that changes. So we'll see.
Yeah, that one was interesting. Because when it really comes down to it, with price point and everything, like Rogue has the American made. Yeah, but with everything that Rep added to their racks. Yeah, interesting.
Right. I thought it would continue the trends that we've seen on just about everything else.
Yeah. All right, well, speaking of racks, voters have chosen that a 4-post rack is their preference over a 6-post rack, and then like a squat stand or like a 2-post rack. So those percentages look like this. 50% of the votes went for a 4-post rack, 40% of the votes said 6-post rack, and then 9% of the votes said a 2-post rack or like a squat stand. A 6-post power rack was the choice for over 40%, so it wasn't forgotten. And then, just again, like only 9% want something with 2 posts.
Makes sense. All right, let's move on to the product ideas. So, all right, imagine this, Adam. A dip attachment with not 3 possible widths, but 4 on each side, and then 8. I'm just kidding. All right.
Sounds like a great plan.
All right. No.
Joke of the week.
Joke of the week. If you didn't laugh,
Zing.
let us know. All right. Here's my actual idea. So last week or two, I posted like kind of like a joke post where somebody slid on a Rogue dumbbell bumper onto a just traditional barbell. So the traditional dumbbell bumpers are like the height of a change plate, but like the width of 5 change plates. Yeah. And they go from 10 to 55 pounds, just like regular plates. So I did post that. I posted that, and I was like, are these good for anything? Not expecting anybody to say anything positive about them. And then there were some people who were like, yeah, I like them for my loadable dumbbells, which I don't. I don't really like them, but they can do the job. But there were a handful of people that said, I use them in my basement for short ceilings. to do overhead press. So I thought that was very interesting. However, the big issue with these Rogue dumbbell bumpers is they're so dang expensive for what they are. So I'm thinking, we have the data. 15% are lifting in basements or likely basements or ceilings that are around 7 feet. So I know, Adam, you've struggled with it in your basement. So I'm thinking maybe there's the ability to make these iron, which would ultimately make them cheaper. And you would focus this on the market with short ceilings to do overhead press. And then as a secondary thing, they could be used for loadable dumbbells. So iron dumbbell. Oh, I put iron dumbbell bumpers, but they would just be iron dumbbell plates.
I got you.
Yeah. I just want to emphasize that the big thing is they're cheaper and they're emphasized for the short ceiling. Sorry, I said that. Okay, ready. Here.
I'm only giving it a 3.
Oh.
Like it's a great hack, but I mean you have these things, like you hate them. Like I'm pretty sure they were on your short list of like regrettable buys, even if they're metal. I mean I got 10-pound plates that are metal that are about the same circumference of that, and I mean I don't have a ton of them where I can put on like a couple 100 pounds, but no, it's a cool hack. It's a cool hack. It makes me go, oh yeah, cool, but I would never buy it. So
no, I wouldn't buy these either. I wouldn't buy what I just said, but I think maybe if I had a short ceiling, I would consider. But all right, that's okay. My feelings aren't hurt too bad. But I was thinking, if
still friends.
It was still friends.
Okay.
I was thinking if there was a company that might be good for it. I was thinking Microgains. Because he mentioned on my podcast with him about his story and stuff that he thought about getting into plates, but
he got into plates during the pandemic.
So I mean like larger plates.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe this would go well with his adjustable dumbbells, but
I picture this with Microgains. That's a good one. Weighted out too.
Yeah,
that would kind of fit that style he has going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, it's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it for us. Well, if you liked tonight's episode, be sure to keep your eye out for new episode releases wherever you listen to podcasts. Stay involved on our social media sites by following Garage Gym Experiment and taking part in our Sunday survey on Instagram so that you can be a part of these conversations. Like, follow, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and get involved on our website for all your home gym content needs. We have this awesome event coming up in April. It's called Home Gym Con. It's a home gym conference filled with some of the best equipment and awesome vendors you've ever heard of. Need to follow more, so check out Home Gym Con on Instagram. Go to homegymcon.com. Follow Garage Gym Experiment because we are also posting about Home Gym Con. Or how about you just come out to the Arnold and check us out and buy your tickets there. Jake, anything else left for the listeners?
I think you covered it.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the Arnold, and then we'll see you at Home Gym Con. Goodbye.